Hey there, Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent. Good morning to you. Good Sunday morning, the second day of 2022. We've been here all night, keeping an eye on that line of storms through the midnight hour, 3 a.m. as it was getting into the mountains. And now it's beginning to get through the southern part of the upstate. I'll show you the latest radar in a second. We still do have a severe weather risk with this as it's continuing to push out of the area, but it's a low end risk. It's only marginal. We did have a slight risk earlier tonight, especially for our western sections. But that is no longer the case, and there's no tornado watch anymore either. That has been allowed to expire. This line is weakening as it gets into the southern part of the upstate. What we have back in the to the north and west is basically just rain. It's not going to be anything severe, but enough of a nuisance if you want to get out for your morning walk around Greenville over toward Clemson. It's just a kind of showery situation we've got going on there. That's going to continue over the next couple hours, but will begin to dry out toward the lunch hour so that the afternoon doesn't really look all that wet at this point, but certainly a decent amount of rain coming down there. We still have the thunderstorm activity, and I use that term loosely. We've had a few rumbles of thunder with this, not a whole lot. But what's going on, we still have a lot of wind dynamics with this system, enough to where if this tapped into any little bit of energy, we could see a tornado spin up, or we could get some strong gusty winds with the system as it moves through. So that's why we're watching it closely for Greenwood as well as Abbeville. And you see a brand new update there in Abbeville, seeing some very heavy rain over the city currently. From Calhoun Falls to Abbeville to Greenwood, this is all going to keep moving south. So Mount Carmel, Bradley, Kirksey, eventually McCormick, and out of our area. This is moving at about 30 miles per hour. So it's moving at a pretty good clip. Won't be with us for a whole lot longer. Watching this cell now just south of Joanna and Whitmire. It's going to be heading toward Newberry. Gusty wind has been accompanying this entire line from here down to Greenwood, where we could see winds in excess of 40 miles per hour plus, but we're not seeing severe winds of 60 plus miles per hour. So I don't expect a lot of trees down with this, but it's certainly a possibility. We're going to be keeping in touch with all of the local authorities on that. But right now, have not had any reports of any significant damage as this line has gone through. So getting toward 9 a.m., scattered light rain will continue, but it'll be starting to wind down is the word I'm looking for, into the afternoon. So around 3 p.m., we should get at least some breaks from that rain, and we'll be looking at some slightly better weather, but it will be a little breezy as some cooler air starting to move in. Now here's what's going to be interesting later on tonight. 8 p.m. scattered showers. Look at that snow begin to take over in the mountains. Midnight, 1 a.m., seeing some heavy snowfall along the Tennessee line. Showers for the upstate. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder and some heavy rain, but no severe weather threat as it looks right now. And then we'll have that snow wrapping around. This is when it could really start to pile up along the Tennessee line, while the rain will be pushing out of the upstate. And we ought to have at least a decent, dry, colder stretch for a few days. A winter storm watch in effect for those areas above 3,500 feet in the mountains. If you are watching us from the mountains, no severe threat anymore for you guys, but we will be on the alert for some winter weather and a winter weather advisory all the way down to Hendersonville. Expecting some of that snowfall. And it's been a gusty morning. You can see now some of the stronger wind is out ahead of that line. So we're seeing a 23 mile per hour gusts in Greenwood and Newberry. So just a final look at the radar. We've got some decent rain coming down north of I-85, and then that line around Greenwood extending over toward Elberton. But that's the line that packs any kind of severe weather threat. Once we get into, once that line pushes south of us, we'll pretty much be out of any severe weather risk as it looks right now. And I'm just checking Facebook real quick to see if I can answer some questions on here. But just kind of want to see if there's anything that I can help out with when it comes to what folks are wondering about. Let's see. Got a couple comments on there. Hi, Trap. Thanks for saying hello today. And if you have any questions about the forecast, be sure to post them. We'll do our best to answer as much as we can. We've got scattered storms moving into Greenwood now and Newberry, but clearing out of much of the upstate. Well, much more for you coming up through the day. Be sure to tune in tonight on the 10 o'clock news, and we'll continue to bring you updates here on Facebook as well as on our app.